Papua New Guinea, and welcome to another episode of Business PNG. The world fashion industry, one of the most vibrant and creative business sectors in the world, has universal appeal that has visually defined periods across the centuries. In Papua New Guinea, fashion as an industry is relatively new. Although home to distinct designs and unique patterns interwoven into the very fabric of our culture and heritage, the industry is still a budding industry with potential to grow.
As Papua New Guinea progresses into the 21st century, a lot of things have come to light for people venturing into emerging industries. One particular industry in its infant stage is the fashion industry, where passionate designers, aspiring models and visionary organizers have joined hands to promote the intricate designs and vast array of colors that speaks what is purely and truly Papua New Guinea.
We all have the potential to play in a global market. We just don't know how to go about it or don't know how to make use of what's in front of us, which is why we are here to just say, hey, this is what you got, do it this way. Or this is what you can do with so many things that you have here in PNG, which we take for granted all the time.
Tribal Eclectic. This is the theme of the recently held inaugural PNG Fashion Week, bridging together the world with PNG's art and cultural diversity. The Fashion Week's inaugural showcase was held on the 20th of August 2016 at the Stanley Hotel. 7 designers showed off their clothing line, incorporating an endless array of cultural diversity.
Fashion Week is a new project. It's a dream of mine 3 years ago, 3 years in the making, and we've always wanted to stage it, but finally it's coming to reality this year. It's about a dream of bringing our designs and our tribal designs and concepts and into the fashion runway, the platform. So PNG Fashion Week basically is about enhancing our 1,000 tribes, 1,000 designs and languages that we have in Papua New Guinea.
The fashion industry is huge and continues to grow rapidly around the world. According to current growth projections, it will double in the next 10 years, generating up to $5 trillion annually. How many other industries can look forward to such levels of growth? It's not just big in terms of revenue. It also employs 60 million people around the world. In the US alone, 4 million people work in the fashion industry. That's more than other major sectors, including the auto, fast food, and video game industries. The fashion industry has much untapped potential that, if harnessed and nurtured well, can contribute greatly to Papua New Guinea's economy in terms of job creation and revenue-generating activities.
Be a part of an event, to me, it's going to bring tourism to see our design. It's going to bring a lot more than we can see right now. But in going forward, the future is brighter for the people that want to get into fashion and designing and traditional designs, I'm sure.
Welcome back to Business PNG. The autonomous region of Bougainville has seen a boom in its economic activities. Part of the restoration of services and peace building in the region is the need for more accommodation providers. Our correspondent Fabian Hakelitz looks at one of the accommodation providers that has set the pace and brings us this report.
Welcome to JSK.
Welcome to JSK. It's the latest addition to the list of accommodation service providers in Buka Town, the capital of Papua New Guinea's autonomous region of Bougainville. Situated at the heart of Buka town is JSK Lodge and Apartments. JSK comes with its new rooms in comfort and style that you or any other guest would love to make a return to the land of the rising sun come up. But first, let's hear from the JSK Lodge and Apartments General Manager Jimmy Tanaka, who is part of the team since 2013.
Started as JJT Real Estate. Was the principal owners were Jonathan, John, and Terence, and they started it as a real estate by building houses, a big building flats, and when they have built that, they saw the need for accommodation in Buka, and they started building rooms. That was back in 2012. By 2012, they built the first rooms, 10 rooms, and from then on, they started operating as JSK Guest House. They changed the name from JJT Real Estate to JSK Guest House.
JSK accommodates guests from Papua New Guinea and overseas, and its 16 rooms from standards, executives, and even bungalows. On a monthly basis, 150 to 200 guests are registered with JSK, and the satisfaction from positive feedbacks from customers helps the management to improve services.
2015, we had the Australian Defence Force coming here, and they were very impressed with our service. And when they were leaving, they said, "Say thanks to your housemates. They've done a tremendous job." And many of our guests, when they leave, they say that we'll be back. Thank you for the service. We'll be back. Yes, and one of our guests came all the way from Tasmania. He was a consultant with World Bank, and he actually wrote a comment about the food in the restaurant. What he said was, in Buka you don't have all the ingredients. If you want to do if you want to do a dish or something, it's hard to find ingredients in Buka. So what the guest said was, with the limited amount of ingredients available, the food was very good, excellent. So he made a comment that with limited ingredients available, the chef can actually do a good dish. So he said he'll be back. He'll be back, but just because of the food. The food was great.
Time we come back here, minogat porad lo one menu me can walk him. Like me can walk him countryside, me can walk him western, me can walk him Chinese, me can walk him Indian, lo menu lo me played lo here. So me hamas asem now me got plan man sa kam lo here, lo JSK. Because one kage that's all. Now, I'm very proud.
Security is not a problem, as always, in the autonomous region of Bougainville, like Buka, as it may be the only safest place to live in, and there is adequate parking spaces for your vehicle.
So there is there's adequate parking space available. We have a very big yard, so with parking lot, there is no problem. We can park up to 20 vehicles to 30 vehicles in the yard. So
JSK has moved from strength to strength, improving its services. Marketing is a core fundamental that helps grow the business, and one fastest platform is through Facebook.
What we did is we market ourselves through our service. We provide the best service to our guests. We strive to provide the best service and impress our guests so that when they go out, they can market us to their colleagues, their friends. We have a Facebook page which has about 500 plus likes. We post images, we post updates. Yes, we have the Facebook page. Whatever comes up, the rooms, we put rooms, pictures of rooms, and all kind of things. And if people are looking for us, they can find us on Facebook.
And surprisingly, which you cannot expect, JSK Lodge is also in full compliance of occupational health and safety by promoting safety first. Staffs are also trained to handle cases when emergency strikes.
And first and foremost is that if a fire starts, you have to know how to put the fire out, because if you don't have fire extinguishers and you don't have equipment to put out fire, then you lose millions of kina. You get the building gutted down by fire, and that's millions of kina going down the drain. So fire safety is very important to us.
JSK is fully supporting Phuket Town's tourism development plan and will support the tourism industry in the autonomous region of Bougainville.
As for JSK, we are working in line with the Phuket Town management, which they have kicked off. It was launched, Phuket Town Tourism Hub 2018, the plan in place. We will be working hand in hand with Phuket Town management and all other accommodation service providers. We will work together.
So if you plan your next getaway in Bukka, make reservations with JSK as your first choice.
Check us out on Facebook. The Facebook page is JSK Guest House and Apartments. Look for it on Facebook. Give us a like, comment.
In this edition of Destinations, we take you to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the East New Britain province. Set in the heart of Kokopo town and nestled along the coastlines of Blanche Bay, the hotel boasts sweeping views of New Ireland, the unspoiled Duke of York Islands, and the mighty volcanoes surrounding Rabaul town.
We have the character and feel of Papua New Guinea by the architecture and design, which was the owner's vision. So that's definitely come out. They keep it immaculate. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it's a real pleasure working here. I think it's the whole feel of the place. As soon as you walk in, it's got the wow factor. Again, the vision from the owners building the resort. The owners actually were in Rabaul 20 years ago and had businesses, etc. when it was destroyed. And they decided to go to Kokopo and start our sister company, Taklam Lodge. And then they decided 13 years ago to buy this land and build it. So we have 32 rooms at Taklam as well. We have a lot of international tourists from all over the world. We even have tour groups that come through from Germany and Australia and Holland and all different places, Japan. Generally, it depends on what the tour groups are after, but we do have a lot of the local type tours as well as sea tours. So the local tours would include, one of our full day tours is really good. It includes the volcano, the underground tunnels, the barge tunnels, the historical museum, all those types of things to incorporate the history of the war here. And we have some of the most spectacular waters here in the world. So diving is huge here. So we have 3 boats that can accommodate divers. Unfortunately, it is quite difficult, and of course tourists don't understand that. They come here, they see this magnificent place, and they just don't understand the infrastructure behind it all. There's a lot of things that we cannot get, or if we do get it, it's hard to get in and expensive because it's got to come from another country generally. Well, unfortunately, the bad press is difficult. The media portrays PNG as a whole, and we are East New Britain. There's hardly ever anything happens here, especially here in Kokopo. It's just, yeah, it's awesome here. And totally free, you can walk around everywhere and do your own thing. We are working with the government to get advertising going on for East New Britain, in particular Alatau and Kokopo Rabaul regions, to get people to realise that it's totally beautiful coming here. And it's interesting because they come here and then they go, oh wow, I'm really glad I came, I'll be coming back. They don't realise until they get here how amazing it is.
And that's all from us tonight. For more business news, or if you would like to view this episode again, visit EMTV online at the URL at the bottom of the screen. Or for up-to-the-minute business news and updates, like our page on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at BusinessPNG or on Tumblr. Until next week, have a pleasant evening. I'm Leon Gerari, and this was Business PNG.